Hi everyone, today we'll be talking about zakat or sadaqah in Islam. I want to talk about charity or alm in Islam. Quran does not mention how much a Muslim should give for the poor and the needy. However, Quran mentions how much a Muslim soldier, a Muslim warrior should give for Allah and his messenger. Muhammad was involved in over 70 battles and raids. 70 battles and raids. Raids are actually just like this robbing, not raids, just fight. This robbing the caravans from Makkah or into Makkah. That's how much Muhammad hates the Meccans. After Muhammad got kicked out or ran away to Medina, Muhammad had to stay afloat. So Muhammad and his followers started robbing the caravans, robbing the traders, and take all the goods. He took all the goods, right? And now Muhammad divided the war booty among them so they can stay afloat, they can live, and also to attract new converts to Islam. And this verse I'm going to show you is actually from a battle. This verse came down after the Battle of Badr. However, the rules, the rule in this verse applies to every battle and every raid that follow after. Let us read together Surah Al-Anfal, verse 41. This is Quran chapter 8, verse 41. Know that whatever spoils you take, 1/5 is for Allah and the Messenger, his close relatives, orphans, the poor, the needy, travelers. If you believe in Allah and what we revealed to our servant on the decisive day when the two armies met at Badr. And Allah is most capable of everything. You see how funny this verse is? Allah and the messenger and his family were mixed with the poor and the needy travelers. So Allah and the messenger and the family of the messenger of Muhammad, they live from the charity. They lived from the sadaqah. They lived from the alms that were supposed to be given to the poor. 20% is for Allah and the messenger and his family. And this is not the only mean Muhammad got money. There's another mean. How? Let us read chapter 58, verse 12. Quran chapter 58, Surah Al-Mujadilah, verse 12. O believers, when you consult the messenger privately, give something in charity before your consultation. That is better and purer for you. But if you lack the means, then Allah is truly all forgiving, most merciful. So on top of that 20%, when a Muslim wanted to consult Muhammad, they have to give again. This is the word, it says charity, but it is actually sadaqah or sadaqatan.
صدقة.
Yeah, there it is. So maybe you don't know how how Muhammad got the money, right? Maybe, or you don't agree with what I say right now. Many of you do not know. After Muhammad came back to Mecca, with his 10,000 soldiers and defeated the Meccans and took over Mecca, the mosque Muhammad built there, Masjidil Haram, mosque, the forbidden mosque, Masjidil Haram, was connected to his house. And if you are not Muslim, maybe you are not familiar with a mosque, how a mosque is. Inside a mosque, there are little boxes for sadaqah, for alm. You can put $1, whatever you like. This is outside the 20%, remember. This is not the 20% Surah Al-Anfal, verse 41 mentions. So those little boxes, you can put whatever in that box, right? Sometimes it's for the war in Syria, poor people in Yemen, for whatever. Right? But in that day, in Muhammad's day, only one box. I believe it was only one box for the poor. Because remember, chapter 8, verse 41, Muhammad and his family and the orphans and the poor, they got money from the charity. They got money from the alm. And also from the consultation. Now, Masjidil Haram was connected to Muhammad's house. So whatever he collected from that box goes into the house. Right? Now, if you ask a Muslim today how much zakat you should give, a Muslim should give, they will tell you it's 2.5%. But like I said earlier, it is not in Quran. It is from hadith. Let me show you the hadith. It is Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 1454. Let us. The hadith is little too long, but as you can see here, let me do it one more time, better. From here, we can read this one. For silver, the zakat is 1/40 of the lot, i.e., 2.5%. And now you have to pay attention to this hadith. And if its value is less than 200 dirhams, zakat is not required. But if the owner wants to pay, he can. 200 dirhams. How much is 200 dirhams, you ask? It's not much, I'm telling you. In today's money, it is only Canadian $70 Canadian. US dollar 55. Today's money is 55 US dollar. Today's money. Now imagine what you can get in that day. $50 can get you way more, or 200 dirham. The value was different back then. Remember, this from 1,400 years ago. So maybe you can get the whole village with 200 dirhams. So what I'm trying to say is, even rich people do not have to pay zakat. You have to be a billionaire to pay zakat. If you're only a millionaire, then you don't have to. You can if you want to. That's what I just realized. I mean, when you see today's money, $55. What can you get? Just a half week of grocery for one person. But back then, 1,400 years ago, $55 US was different. You can get so much. Just like 2 years ago, $55 US, $55 US, you can get you many things. Maybe if you could eat for like more than a week, or like 10 years ago, $55 was much more. Now imagine 1,400 years ago. This is the funny thing about zakat. And everything else in this hadith is actually paid by using sheep. So if you have how many camels, you give one sheep. If you have whatever you have, you pay with sheep, except silver. That you have to pay zakat differently, 2.5%. Now, this, if you go up here, narrated by Anas. When Abu Bakr sent me to collect zakat from Bahrain, he wrote to me the following. Now he wrote everything about zakat. Who wrote things about zakat? Abu Bakr. So imagine that. Because Abu Bakr realized Surah Al-Anfal, verse 41, is for Allah and His Messenger. And the needy and the poor and the orphans. Abu Bakr realized, what about me? This after Muhammad died. What about me? Right? I need to get money too. So Abu Bakr sending these letters and how much zakat people should pay. They even from Makkah, they have to go to Bahrain to collect zakat. Wow. They have to go as far as Bahrain or anywhere, pretty much. Egypt, right? Medina, everywhere. Syria, maybe. Muslim back then, they collect zakat like that. The zakat just go to the caliph. This Abu Bakr sending someone to collect zakat from Bahrain. And he decided how much zakat everyone should give. Because he realized he wants money too. He wants zakat. He wants to live from zakat just like Muhammad. Right? Because he realized Surah Al-Anfal is for Muhammad, for the orphans, for Muhammad's family, but not for him. So Muslim during the time of Abu Bakr, during the time of the Rashidun Caliph, the four caliphs, Ali, Uthman, Abu Bakr, Umar, they were fighting non-Muslims and take the war booty and give 20% to Muhammad's family members, which is Aisha, Ali, right? And on top of that, the Muslims, the fighters, they have to give 2.5% from their silver. So they were supposed to give more. Muslims who are not fighters, they are required only to give according to this hadith. But the fighters, they were supposed to give 22.5%, roughly. Imagine that. Muhammad and his family live from charity. But how much charity? So much. 20% of the world booty is so much. Right? When Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait, if he did it, if he successfully took over Kuwait, imagine how much oil he could have gotten from Kuwait. Billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. And imagine 20% for Allah and His Messenger. So you can imagine how much money Muhammad actually got. How much money Muhammad and his family got. I one time heard Aisha retirement, Aisha pension, was 30,000 dirhams. 30,000 dirhams. I showed you before, 200 dirhams in today's money is 55 US dollars. Imagine 30,000 dirhams. That was a lot. That's because the Muslims fighter kept on fighting even after Muhammad died. Well, that's all from me. I hope this zakat and sadaqah give you some more hopefully I give you some more information about zakat and sadaqah in Islam. Thank you for listening. Whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, may God bless you all.